Darkness falls across the land. Creatures crawl in search of blood.
Nobody knocks off an old man in my neighborhood.
Hello there. Welcome to my review of episode 9 of Eerie, Indiana, Who's Who. The world of stuff is overrun by feral kids. Marshall speaks to a girl there who is the sister of this rowdy mob, Sarah Bob. She draws a picture of Marshall's stolen bicycle and signs it with an Eerie pencil, causing the bike to materialize outside the store. Marshall doesn't quite put two and two together, but Sarah Bob is enamored by Marshall's mother, as she has no mother of her own.
Hi.
Hi.
Bye. Mom.
At home, the tellers give Marshall a talking to for not painting the garage door, before a cop appears at their house to return Marshall's actual bike. He and Simon take a trip to Sarah Bob's house and find her sketching, unable to provide an explanation for the appearance of the bike. The boys ask to see her other drawings, and she explains she draws things the way she wishes they were. One of her brothers comes in, demanding she do the laundry.
Remember to fold my underwear this time.
And so she draws him in the nude and signs it, and off-screen, his clothes disappear. The brother is played by the same kid who plays one of Emmett's sons in Back to the Future 3.
These are our boys! Jules! And Vern!
When the boys get home, the garage door is painted, but with a mural of them on motorbikes, which Mr. Teller isn't too pleased with.
Marshall.
Unbelievable. Holy corn.
My sentiments, exactly.
Also, Mrs. Teller seems to have disappeared, and Simon works out he saw a drawing of Marshall's mother at Sarah's house. When they go there, the family and house has been through significant changes. All the family are polite and the house is now neat. Sarah claims her mother is coming back, but won't disclose where her real family has gone. When the drawing of her perfect family is ripped, they disappear, and Simon discovers her real family are trapped in a fishbowl.
You put your family in the fish tank?
Sarah is convinced to bring them back and tells them how she feels, but this does no good, as they remain as slobbish and lazy as they always were. Meanwhile, in the basement, Sarah is there with her new mother, Mrs. Teller. Marshall convinces Sarah to let his mother go, and she does, but also draws herself in Paris with her real mother, and disappears.
She was on her way to Paris with her own mom. Nobody has a perfect family or a perfect life. But now Sarah Sue had the power to be herself, and the courage to imagine a better future. She really was an artist.
Marshall and Simon go back to the Tellers, where his mother has returned with no memory of what happened, while Sarah has drawn a drill sergeant to whip her family into shape.
Attention! Hit the deck! Nobody eats till this place is spotless. You understand that?
This is one of the more fun episodes, played mostly for laughs, and with fairly straightforward resolutions. It could have easily taken a more sinister turn, or been focused on the disappearance of Marshall's mother for longer, but the tone and pace of the show doesn't really warrant that. It touches on the theme of loss and the idea of getting exactly what you want, but that not being what you actually need. But it doesn't really dwell on these themes, as the resolution sees Sarah Bob getting exactly what she wants, but learning to use her power responsibly and fairly. It doesn't really make sense why Mrs. Teller disappears when Sarah draws her, as all the other drawings coexist with their real-world counterparts, but it's easy to overlook this inconsistency due to the tone of the show. There's not too much to this episode, but I think it might have benefited from Sarah's power coming from within whenever she signs a sketch, rather than bestowed upon her from an Eerie pencil. That way they could have focused more on her claiming ownership of her sketches by signing them than they do. Even so, it's entertaining enough, and so it's another 4 out of 5 for me. Thank you. Goodbye.